we are here for the Between Lilacs in the Dark, episode 11. So we have a couple of outstanding masks as well as a body part ode from Dr. Whitford. So whomever is ready. And you guys just have to remember to let us know what the prompt is and narrate. Okay.
I'll start. I have a moss-covered gate prompt. It says, you received a significant inheritance from a recently deceased relative. Who were they? What is your favorite memory of them? Unmarked 2 check boxes. I've already done that. But the real thing. It was my dear Aunt Callista who died. She was the kind of relative that a lot of the family kind of half imagined. But she lived alone in a manor just outside of London in the country, and she was one to spend most of her time around her books. Most of the family kept their distance, saying Callista had, quote, odd behavior or, quote, unresolved legal matters. I didn't quite get into that. But I was the only one that used to go there regularly as a child. My favorite memory of her, one summer, I was about 13, and without explanation, she handed me a shovel and told me to follow her out back. We set out digging a hole underneath a magnolia tree until we struck a rusted tin box. Inside this box were letters, hundreds of them, addressed to no one. Rather odd, but they were written in very whimsy, looping handwriting. And she says to me, sometimes you need to bury things to keep them safe. It's quite a, they were quite saucy letters, especially for a 13-year-old to be reading. Anyway, she left everything to me, the house, the land, and the debt. Thank you, Aunt Callista. But she also left a brass key to a door that I don't know what it goes to. So that's a mystery.
Thank you. Dr. Whitford?
Narrate a scene in which you destroy a professional rival. You see a newspaper folded on a pub table, open to a half-page ad that says something to the effect of, I, Dr. Frederick Price, do hereby retract any statements or aspersions I have made that call into question Dr. Elinor Whitford's fitness to serve as a member of the medical profession. She's both an excellent surgeon and a meticulous researcher, and anything else I have said was due to my own injured pride. I swear this on my reputation as a doctor and a gentleman. Cut to a theater full of young doctors. It's night. The theater's a little rowdy. Something clearly illicit and clandestine is going on. There are no older doctors present, and there is an enterprising bookie on the floor taking bets. Elinor and an impeccably dressed young man stand in front of 2 tables containing corpses. Someone calls go, and you see the 2 start eviscerating the bodies in front of them, cleanly removing organ after organ to cheers every time one is placed on a table beside them. Elinor is clearly pulling ahead. Dr. Price is getting greener by the second, and you can easily tell by the expressions who is wagered on whom. Eventually, Price steps away from the table, attempting to quietly vomit off to the side, his corpse still only half eviscerated, but he is being watched and is soundly booed as he vomits. Elinor finishes her work, entirely ignoring the cheers and jeers, and then picks up a damp towel, mostly cleans off her hands, completely ignoring the gore covering her. Walks over to Price, extending a hand. I trust, and she projects a little. Given your word as a gentleman and a doctor, you will see to the rest of the wager. Another flashback to the same people in a well-lit classroom, and Price saying something loudly about how the fair sex do not have the mind or the constitution to make it as doctors, and should be barred from the profession. And Elinor responds, I wager my place in this classroom and my title that I am a better anatomist than you. Price scoffs, and you hear someone in the back shout, scared of her? 3 months after this, Price leaves the academy and never picks up a scalpel again.
And did you have a body part that you needed to narrate as well?
I do. I have feet, which is deeply, totally different than my mask.
Sure.
Here we go. It's a cold winter's day, and Elinor is curled up on a red velvet couch with an absolutely enormous historical anatomy book in her lap when the door bangs open, making the fire in the grate sputter a little, and Dell enters the room. Anticipating what will happen, Elinor closes the book and sets it aside as Dell sheds her outer layers onto the floor and flops onto the couch, swinging her feet up into Elinor's lap and saying, "I simply cannot." Elinor, unheeding of the dirt that Dell is depositing on her skirt and on her dirty hands, unbuttons Dell's boots as Dell complains about the weather and many other topics. Elinor runs a strong thumb along the arch of the foot, making Dell stutter a little bit and trail off before she returns to her rant.
Thank you. All right. So, any other outstanding masks or anything to describe? We're good? Okay. So, we have entered into day phase. All right. As I had said offline, Dr. Whitford, if you feel that you have done some of those dawn questions, like, hopefully you've added those those check marks to your advancement track, and then change the questions accordingly. Okay. All right. Please remember that we have 3 threats on the board. Figs Pigs still has one more fig outstanding. Got to try catch or destroy Obert Fig. And at the completion of that, then you will have the threat also resolved. Okay? Then you have, let's see, how many clues do you have? Complexity 2. What is Obert Fig's preferred victim? And you have 3 clues to explain that. Order of Azure Eyes. You do not consider the order being real, so what is Dr. Clauser up to? For Complexity 4, you just have to resolve by confronting him and satisfying that he means no threat to London, but if he does, then you have to put a stop to his plans. And you have 6 clues available to explain such a thing on a Complexity 4. 4? Yes. And Pinkerton. On a Complexity 4. What unsavory scheme is Taggart pursuing while he's in London? Resolve the threat by confronting him with his shady dealings and convincing him to leave the city. Okay? And you have 4 clues found available to explain. All right? So make your decisions, figure out what you want to do. I think 2 of your number still have conditions outstanding, so if you guys want to indulge in some vulnerable moves, then please do. Other than that, you can also get to investigating because, see what you want to do for dusk phase in terms of answering questions or answering a question. Okay? So, let's find out what everybody wants to do this morning. All right?
Well, I would like to make a trip to the gym if anyone would like to join me.
You know what? Why not? Dr. Whitford would love to join you at the gym.
We may do some calisthenics while we're there, Doctor.
Charming. Most of my lifting is dead bodies, but
Could all be
curious to
more
see what
agile.
goes on there.
Yep.
Jack?
I mean, if Rose is amenable, I would like to help her deal with that Pinkerton that's on her trail.
I would absolutely appreciate that. And that is also what I was thinking, because I think from Rose's perspective, that is her most immediate threat. And getting Taggart out of London, I think, I think that is Rose's priority right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have to say, Jack, I'm very much looking forward to seeing the look on Taggart's face when he sees you again.
You're just not that good a shot, Taggart.
Out of character, I just looking at the threats board. Looks like I do actually owe a clue from rolling the 12 on my quickening move last time. So I did not think about that, so I'm going to be noodling on that a little bit. But I'll come up with one. I will come up with one based on our scene last week before we actually come to a theorize.
Oh yeah, Yeah, that's fine. I mean, like, I'm okay if, like, if you do it in the 11th hour and, like, come up with something like, oh, I saw this, or I smelled this, whatever. It's fine. Okay. Any vulnerable moves needing to happen this morning? Where are we going? I mean, like, I'm
I've
pretty
got
sure.
my I do have the condition marked by Taggart, and honestly, I want to hang on to that for now because I think that would make more I think that makes more sense if especially if we're going after Taggart.
Sure. And then, like, Lady Ross-Carter going to the gym, so I imagine that is how
That
you're going
is
to start the
vulnerable
scene.
move all the way.
Alrighty.
Desperately needed over here.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get you guys started, and then we'll cut over to Jack and Larrabee in a few. So, guys heading to the gym. Set it up, please.
I think if Dr. Whitford is amenable, I think this scene is actually going to be us working with one of the wrestlers who's giving us calisthenics or early versions of yoga. And perhaps I am auditioning a full-time calisthenics trainer here, and that's why I want firsthand knowledge of their capabilities. Not that I'm going to be too judgmental, mind you, but if I'm going to pay someone, they need to be qualified. Well, doctor, have you done this before?
No, I have not. This is unique.
Well, the last
Do you
time
do
I had
this
tried,
often?
well, the last person that I had, and I say this loud enough for them to hear, the last person that I hired, they did much better at explaining the virtues of stretching and having lean muscle mass.
Oh,
Dr. Whitford will start to describe muscle fiber in more detail than you care about.
Oh, I care a lot. Say more.
We see, and she'll do the whole like it's an interconnected bundle of, and if you activate them too quickly instead of stretching, they snap, and that's why it hurts if you move, etc., etc.
Well, that's very important to know. And I yell it loudly to the new yoga trainer.
oh yes, Mom. Eh, I did know that. But you have the good doctor here to be able to explain it to you as well.
Well,
Yes.
thank you. Now, remind me again, where were you last employed?
Oh yeah, I was over at the boxing gym, like over on the on Terrace Avenue, on the other
Oh,
side.
that tracks. The terrace one. Yes. Well, you are in a significantly better place now, and I hope you realize this.
Yes, yes.
So, what will you have us try first? What new exercise?
And then like he'll go and start to explain like some of the warm-ups to make sure that you're going to be able to like get your breathing up, your heart rate up and all this kind of stuff first before you go into like deep stretching to make sure that you're limber. um you know and then like he won't be as technical, but
Okay.
he'll take what he learned from Dr. Whitford to heart and like try to incorporate her words into his little lecture, um, and be very pointed about his explanations.
Excellent. So, as he's doing this, I start to talk about. So, Doctor, do you care to hear the story of the first time I was introduced to calisthenics?
I would be fascinated, Lady Ross-Carter. Please begin.
And as she's reaching up and picking cherries and bending down and putting them in the basket, she talks about how she had pulled her back out very badly. This was some 15 years ago. And she had gone to see some other like doctors, and she's totally referring to at this moment Dr. Klauser from the Order of Azure Eyes, who had tried drugs, and other doctors had tried surgeries, minimal surgeries. But the thing that really helped was just stretching properly and wearing the proper shoes. As you probably noticed, I no longer wear heels. And I get away with it because I'm rich. But some people still look down on me because of that. But let me tell you, the moment you stop wearing the right shoes, as society would say, is when you start to feel better. You get all your joints in line. Do you ever wake up and feel like you're out of sorts, mechanically speaking?
Yes, yes, I do. I, however, have eschewed proper shoe wear for quite some time.
Well, stick with this, and you may see vast changes in only a matter of days.
Wonderful. Is this instructor touching us at any point?
Sometimes they will help like realign things, but we will see if he knows what he's doing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, and he will just check on form. I mean, like he'll kind of like nudge you slightly. He won't like be very handsy about it. Very cautious actually, knowing who he's talking to and who he's teaching. But he will also say it's like, oh, it have no use for like when he hears you talking about fashion and all this kind of stuff. It's like, well, you're quite fit, Mum. You don't even need any kind of accoutrements like a corset or anything like that. You seem quite trim. So
Flattery will get you everywhere. Keep going.
and then, making more
And I will like
comments. Right. And yeah. So I mean, like and like how like talked to you about how live you look and like how very limber and all this other stuff. So yeah, he'll continue onward with the praise slash commentary. So
Yeah, and I think it definitely helps to be well traveled, and you can experience many things. Would you not agree, Doctor?
I have not had the fortune to travel far, but
Hmm.
judging from your fine example, yes, it must serve one very well.
That is something we shall remedy.
I am sorry that you were under the care of incompetence.
Well, thank you. First of all, thank you. But you don't always know if you're in the wrong hands at the time. Sometimes you have to find out the hard way.
Sadly true.
But I feel like I've gotten to know you well enough, and I hope to get to know you better.
That's very kind. I hope you have no need of my services.
And I kind of take a little step closer to you, and I say, "Do you think this guy knows what he's doing? What do you think, as an inexperienced uh, calisthenic, or I don't know what word? Yeah,
I think that Elinor doesn't entirely like understand the words, but understands what he's trying to go for and will like whisper to you, let me try something. And then completely with a posture and see how he corrects.
oh,
oh, I
God.
mean he will help you. He will help you immediately. It's like, oh no, Mum. Excuse me, Doctor. If you don't mind my saying, that might throw you off alignment and could cause you injury.
Oh, can you show me how to correct?
Certainly. If you don't mind, I will demonstrate first, and then, if need be, I will move you into position. And then he moves his quite fit body into position. Nice view. And then, like he'll demonstrate, and then, like if you'll follow along, then he'll move you into position if you do so.
Yes. I will continue to test him a couple times. So
Oh,
he
sure.
will.
Yeah.
And then if he's not looking, I will make some sort of this is legit to Lady Ross-Carter. Oh, thank you. That was very clear.
I
Like
give you a
this, and then I
little.
will do it perfectly.
You mean like this? Perfect. I give you a little appreciative nod.
And he'll bow a little bit to the both of you. I hope you feel like you've gotten a workout, and you feel like you have gained something from working with me today.
Well, we've all gained some knowledge, that's for sure.
Don't mind my saying, Mum. How did I do?
You did well enough. We'll bring you back tomorrow.
Thank you.
We work on a day-to-day basis here.
Yes, Mum.
Thank you.
And yeah, conditions.
I think this has centered me quite a bit.
Okay.
So I no longer feel put upon and embarrassed.
Okay.
You've been actually quite good, Lady Ross-Carter.
Thank you. You know, the older you get, the more you have to pay attention to your body. I mean, you're a doctor. You understand the importance of health.
Yes.
Now you two can stumble upon a clue in some way, shape, or form. So you can decide among yourselves, like, what that looks like or what that is. You could put a TBD on whichever threat you feel you want to talk about. I mean, since you talked about Dr. Clauser, it might work under Azure.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what I was first thinking about.
Mm,
But we have a lot of clues there.
It's up to you. I'm not
Actually,
fussed.
since I mentioned it, it does make more sense. So I'll add a
Yes.
TBD.
TBD there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Let's head over to Jack and Larrabee. Where are you two going to further your research on Mr. Taggard?
Well, can I so let me start, if you don't mind, by saying that because I just got an advancement, I'm going to take one of my playbook moves.
Okay.
And in this case, this move is called Throughout Your Generations, because I'm an immortal who has been around a long, long time. You may declare a side character to be your direct descendant.
Ooh.
With the permission of the keeper.
Okay.
Describe a physical feature, expression, habit, or tick of theirs that is uncannily identical to one of your own. They feel instinctively drawn to you for reasons they cannot explain and will seek out your advice and company. You roll advantage in all dealings with them. They will assist you as far as they are able based on their vocation and personality. Once per threat, you may ask for a scene with them to either clear a condition or discover a clue related to the current threat. Keeper will tell you what it is. If your descendant is ever killed, take the condition stricken until the threat that killed them is resolved. Name a new descendant at any time afterwards. And I have been wanting to learn more about D.I. Pettigrew. And I like the idea that there is someone at Scotland Yard who, has a little Jack in them. So I'm going to say D.I. Pettigrew.
Okay.
And the tick, the habit he has is that he is a sloppy eater, the way Jack is, like in exactly the manner that Jack, has little regard for, like, proper utensils or tucking a napkin into his, like if you see like if you walk by and see Pettigrew just like into an apple, it looks exactly the same way Jack did when he was eating that peach in the, in an earlier session that we had.
Sure.
And so, yeah.
I mean, he's always on the run trying to gather details. So yeah,
exactly.
I mean, he's
Yes,
gonna
yeah.
eat speedily, of course.
And so I was going to suggest to Rose that perhaps we, pay a visit to him, and and let him know that there may be some, that there's this American town who may be up to no good, and that perhaps Scotland Yard keeping an eye out for him or his associates, would not just be helpful to us, but might be a feather in his cap.
I love it. That's a great idea.
Okay. All right. I mean, are you going to seek him out? Or are you going to like?
I mean, I kind of like the idea. I mean, like up to you. Like I don't want to like go to Scotland Yard and like, go to his desk or anything like that.
No, no.
But like I have a feeling that like and I kind of like the idea that like as a character, whatever, mechanically I just took the advance.
Mm-hmm.
But as a character, I've kind of been thinking about that and his resemblance to me and and maybe like we've run into each other a couple of times
Mm-hmm.
coincidentally in a
Mm-hmm.
way that, is not like impactful on the story or anything, but now I'm kind of like thinking about it like, you know what? Actually, I bet you I bet you I know where he is right now.
You tell me,
Um,
where is he?
Well,
yeah, Mike, did you have a
if I could hop in, before you mentioned that, and I think this is an awesome idea.
yeah,
I was initially thinking of attempting to follow up on some of the individuals that Taggart had been meeting while I was tailing him last night to try to figure out
sure.
where they are, what their deal is. Like a bunch of people, like the bunch of people with the red handkerchiefs, and the representatives from various trade unions that I heard that rumor. So
Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
probably heading down to like that part of town. To try to to try to investigate like who are these people that are meeting with Taggart and what's their deal and how is he connected?
I mean,
And
do
if Pettigrew was also investigating rumors that he was hearing down there, it might
yeah,
make sense that we would cross paths.
Yeah,
yeah,
I like it.
yeah, yeah. That's
Okay.
that's awesome. I love that.
Okay.
But would that maybe like involve attending a kind of, raucous like trade union meeting or
I
something like
was
that? Or
thinking that if we wanted to
yeah,
basically crash a trade, if there was a big meeting of the trade unions, if we wanted to head on down there and like, I mean, they're, like blending or try our best to like, blend in with the workers that are there for the
sure.
that are there for the oratory.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I'm sure that they have a particular meeting, and it just happens to be today.
yeah,
So, okay, like it. All right, and I see your note there, Clint. So that's cool too. Yeah. So, you get wind, or you find out about you follow up on that clue that you overheard, Rose, and you know, you find out that there's a big trade union meeting, like down by the probably down by the docks. That seems to
yeah.
be the
Some
most
some
reasonable
big
thing.
warehouse. It's I
Yeah.
love the Victorian London equivalent of the longshoreman. Which is, if you know anything about the longshoremen, which you would, Mads, because you're from the Northeast, so that's like they're gonna be, yeah, they'll be,
Yeah. Trade union meeting. Yep. I mean, like it's a bit wild and like kind of noisy here, as they're like all like discussing different things. Um, but even though you don't see the red kerchiefs out, Larrabee, I mean, you're gonna smell. You might still like get a whiff of them, right? I mean,
Okay,
like, yeah, your senses have kind of died down a little bit since nighttime, but you still remember what that smelled like, right?
absolutely.
Yeah. So, you see them kind of like milling about, like like not necessarily talking to each other. They're just kind of like weaving in and out of all these other individuals that are here, right? So, yeah. I mean, it is noisy here. How can you tell? I mean, like, let me see if I can come up with a paint the scene real quick. Um, in this warehouse where they are meeting, how can you tell that these captains of representation are meeting for their own interests rather than for their union, their own personal interests rather than for their actual union? How can you tell?
I think maybe the meeting started with a special sort of opening oath that is not taught to the rank and file of the union.
I think there's one point where I observe two obvious leaders that are carrying similar cases they approach each other, they put their cases down, they shake hands, and then they each pick up the other's case and walk away.
Nice.
There's some very extravagant gift giving taking place. And just straight up out in the open.
Bribery.
Shh, not called that.
They have specifically held this meeting on a day when like multiple ships have just come into dock, requiring all the laborers to be out actually working and hauling and stuff like that. So that there's a whole lot of people that if they attended this meeting would just lose their jobs right away. So and it's clear that they timed it to to coincide with that.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Just out of curiosity, how are you two dressed, presenting yourselves so you're not conspicuous amongst all these gentlefolk? Gentlefolk in quotes.
Well, I mean, I don't think there'd be very many women here anyway, so I probably am going to stick out anyway. So, I don't think unlike when I was trailing Taggart last night, I don't think I'm in any sort of disguise. I think I'm more or less, maybe I'm not wearing the poncho. I'm wearing a longish coat. It's not quite a duster. She's still wearing her hat. She's still wearing her snakeskin boots.
Okay.
And Jack has found a short sleeve stripe, a horizontal striped shirt somewhere, which he has, pulled on Popeye style. And I've got a bandana like tied around the top of my head. Um, and I have had and like before we got here, I took like 10 or 15 minutes and had Rose take a fountain pen and scratch a tattoo onto my arm, like of a a rough anchor, right, so that I would look the part.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, you both can even hover around the back as, like, they're getting this meeting together. You see like all the chicanery like in the front with the cases and with the extravagant gift giving and all this kind of stuff. You can info move to observe things, or you can start to talk to people and info move with presence, or stealth it and see if you can get behind the scenes, or whatever. I mean, like, you tell me how you want to investigate.
I think with Rose to start, I think she's mostly going to like hang back and observe and just kind of like watch this, looking to see if she recognizes any of the specific individuals that Taggart had met with last night, and just trying to like figure out what pattern, like just trying to figure out like patterns. Who are they talking to? Yeah, I think she at this point, I think she just wants to like observe and watch and see what is going on here, to see if she can surmise what these guys might be up to try
That
to
would be
figure out
with
how and how Taggart might be connected.
And that would be with reason if you're gonna roll for info.
Makes sense to me. Not my strong suit, but I think that's the tack she's going to take here. Do I have anything that would help me out? It's in my personal quarters.
And just as a meta note, it's like, and this is in general, right? I mean, like, you got your stat. Like, if you've got a really great stat, parlay the good stat. Use your good stat.
Yep.
God damn it. Sorry.
I am going to try to so instead, yeah. So I'm still absolutely observing, but what I am trying to do is bring forth like my memory and use the vestiges of my. I want to like use the vestiges of my heightened senses that I had last night under the moon. So I'm still observing, but I'm looking to see if I can, like recall the sights and the scenes and be like kind of like looking at this from the point of view of the predator.
So
To try to
sensitivity.
like, yeah, I want to try to like, bring my, bring my supernatural heightened senses into play. So yeah, I'd like to use sensitivity.
Okie
If you
dokie.
would, if you would, if you would indulge me that.
Yep. Alrighty. 2d6 plus
2d6 plus 2. Yeah, I don't
marked
see
by
any.
Taggard. Let's see. Hold on. Let me think a
Mm,
minute.
that may well
There's a
complicate things.
yep. I mean, I'm gonna give you disadvantage because there's a very good possibility that he could be here, and two, he could spot you. So, yeah. So,
Hmm.
unless you got something in your personal quarters that you want to mitigate it with.
I'm not really seeing anything in my personal quarters that I can really think of that would be fictionally appropriate that would really help me out here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna roll disadvantage and hope for the best. Wait,
Uh,
I did something wrong. What did I just do? Um,
you did 2d6. You
I
did
did
three.
2d6. Oh, right. I clicked the wrong button. So I'm just gonna add one. I'm just gonna add one more d6.
It's
I'm
not
just gonna
giving me
do.
anything.
Yeah, sorry.
Just do a 3d6.
I'm
Take the two lowest.
that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just having trouble with which dice here. Yeah, I clicked the wrong d6 button. Okay, I'm just rolling 1d6 here, which was a 4. So my two low dice with disadvantage is a 4 and a 5. Plus 2 is an 11.
Okay, so let's see. Sensitivity. Sensing something around here. While I am looking up a clue that is not already on the board, Jack, what are you doing and how are you doing it?
I'm gonna wander, or I'm gonna kind of, like you said, we're sort of towards the back. I'm gonna kind of wander into kind of some of the further reaches, shadowy corners of this place. It's a great big warehouse. It's probably been here for decades.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not centuries, given the predilection for fire in London here, but certainly, and it's probably built on the bones and ashes of, previous places here and stuff like this. And I'll kind of walk up to one of those, massive timbers that holds the roof up, and I'll run my fingers along it and trace, some of the ancient names that have been carved into it and stuff like this, and kind of hold my hand there for a second and close my eyes and see if I can't talk to the old bones of this place.
Excellent. Go for it.
All right. So I'm just gonna roll it up and see what I get. That is an 8. So for old bones here, on hit, a ghost will appear and answer a single question I pose to it or perform a small task. My choice. Any answer it gives can be in the form of a clue at the keeper's discretion.
Question or task?
I think task.
Okay. What would you like the ghost to do?
Find Taggart and point him out to us.
All right. So, real quick, I'm going to get back to Larrabee. Basically, what you start to sense with your vestiges of sensitivity is that just like last night when you were scenting out the red kerchiefs, you realize that some of those familiar people to you have they're fishing maybe either money or some other trading something or others. Maybe it's tokens, who the hell knows. But they're pulling things out of parts of their clothing that like how? And then you realize that they have hidden pockets. So I'm thinking that you can sense the hidden pockets that they have on their person. And it's only for the people that you scented out from last night, you know? Anybody else
That's
that's not involved would not have these. Okay.
Oh, and just for the sake of transparency, I did write down the clue to be determined from my from rolling the 12 plus on my quickening last night, and that is Taggart. When I was tailing Taggart and was sitting next to him in the open air bar, I detected that he had a faint but distinctive scent of very expensive French perfume.
Okay. Alrighty. I think as you're like, kind of like feeling the old bones of this warehouse and such, I think you're going to see moving among the people that are here, someone who is dressed of a different age. Um, looks like a dock worker or like, like a regular worker, but like, but how to explain this? He's just as solid as the rest of them. But even though he's a worker, because he's of another time, his clothing is just as fine as some of these wannabes, these pretenders that are presently here. Okay, and he kind of just will wave at you, you know, from where he is, and will sort of pass by other people who part in his wake as if they can sense him, but they don't know why.
Yeah.
They just get a shiver, like, down their spine when he passes. And it's like,
Hello, sailor.
Hello. It's you had I don't know, called me? I heard you. What do you need?
There is someone here who I and my companion, that lovely lass over there, we're there's a lecherous goon who is in pursuit of her, and we would like to find him before he finds her, to make sure that we can give him the thrashing which he richly deserves.
A ruffian, then?
Oh, to call him a ruffian, I fear would slander the good name of ruffians everywhere.
That bad, then? Oh.
A cad, a mountebank, if you will.
Oh. I think he's going to. Would it be?
And I start describing Taggart. It is impossible to miss him. A head shorter than any of those around him, a simian in appearance, his arms longer than his legs, if one were to measure them, I suspect. Bald of the pate, bushy of the beard, um, swaggering, and walking around openly with a flintlock on his hip.
Oh, yeah, I'd seen him, but actually he's not here right now. My, we talk, and he's like, when he says we, it's like, that he's talking about like people not alive.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure,
And
yeah. No, this is I've done the ghost talk thing before, sure, yeah.
yeah, and he'll say, it's like, actually, my friend has said that this strange person, I had not known he was a blackguard, sir, and I will tell my friend to keep an eye.
The
But
blackest of guards, I can assure you.
good to know. But this one is actually, I know that he's been seen down in a warehouse. Not this one, but down in Chelsea.
Oh, yes. Um,
And he'll actually be able to give you an address. And that is the clue. An address
all
of a
right.
warehouse in Chelsea. I hope you get to him, sir.
I believe we shall. He is a foreigner of a most disreputable sort, and I cannot help but thank you for this service that you have provided for us, and
Could,
for my good friend over there.
well, for someone as lovely as she, that's a favor readily granted. But can you do us a favor, if that's all right?
If it's within my capability.
There seems to be someone skulking, and he seems to be making a disturbance of himself, and, well, he's getting a little too close to resting places that should be laid to rest. If you could shoo him off, or discourage him from approaching our peaceful...
Can you point him out to me from here?
Yes, absolutely. And he'll kind of like raise like one of his fingers. Nobody else is able to see him, obviously. Yeah. But like, you know, like you see some kind of like ghostly ping. Like it's kind of like what would be considered like a will-o'-the-wisp kind of dust mote that's pretty big to see. And it floats and it alights like in like a partition behind like, you know, the main thoroughfare / like speech podium and all this kind of stuff, and you realize it's Detective Inspector Pettigrew, like searching around behind.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, and he's just rooting around back there, but the dust mote settles like, you know, right on top of his head. That one, it's been kind of pesky around here. Can't do anything. He doesn't see. Well,
he is actually known to me. I'll speak with him and see to it that you and your friends are left unmolested.
That would be very helpful, sir.
Well,
greatly appreciated.
Back to work for both of us then, I suppose.
Yes. And then like he'll give you a salute, and then he will, you know, slowly melt, literally melt into the crowd.
And I'll kind of turn to Rose and do a little like I'm going over there. But like I'm not gonna like wave her over, but just I'm headed over there.
Yeah, I will. I will head in the same. I will head to the same point, but from a different direction.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. All right, great. All right, so Lady Ross-Carter and Dr. Whitford, what would you like to do for the rest of the day? I'll establish that before we head to break. Okay. Where do you want to go?
I have a question.
Yeah.
The remaining Fig, Obert, is he the younger of the two? I feel like that's what it is per the rhyme above.
I've always considered him the older.
First comes little Patrick is the way it says, and then is that the meaning of first being the older or first being the younger?
I think I've always considered it the first being the younger.
Okay.
And like the way that I've built it, at least for your particular group, is that Patrick is actually the more bulky British one of the two. But I've always considered Obert the older child.
Okay, and perhaps even Obert might be the more educated of the two?
He would be considered probably the more...
The reason I ask is I would like to go investigate the school that Obert had attended. Just to wrangle up one more clue.
I mean, we can wrestle up a school if you think it'll help. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
See
and
what
then
he was like as a student. Yes.
Dr. Whitford.
Would you like company, Lady Ross-Carter, or are you feeling
by all means
flying solo?
Come along. I could use someone of your academic background.
I mean, if it's a trade school for butchers, then yeah.
I mean, you know, it's... If you're talking about schooling, I mean, like, you know, most likely, I mean, like, just about the minimum, and then, like, you know, he would have gone right into service with his parents and his family to help with the shop. So, help.
So this sounds like it would be far too long ago to be of interesting clue.
Okay.
Did he have a hobby?
I mean, that's the kind of
victims.
information I was hoping to find is like, because like what would put him around the most people for him to, that's where I was going.
I mean he would skulk.
There's all of those. I mean, when I look at the unseens, there's that Grand Guignol theater that has all those like overblown, super bloody,
Mm-hmm.
productions, some of which we actually end up describing as unscenes. That
Yeah.
seems like a place where he might get a seat up in the flies in back to watch the show. That'd probably be his idea of high art, I imagine.
Yeah, and his father does seem to like musicals because he seems to like singing. So yeah, sure. I mean,
Excellent.
I like that idea.
I've been thinking that the velvet cushions must have something to do with an actor or an actress. So
All right, so we'll head over to the Grand Guignol like when we come back from break. All right, so we're heading to the Grand Guignol. In the daytime, this bloody rendered theater is just like any other, perhaps a little bit more bleak, a little bit more dull, but there's a lot of behind the scenes that end up happening because of all the effects that they have to do to get it ready for the evening production. All right. So as you make your way into the theater, look for whatever you're going to look for. Um, what kind of hustle and bustle do you see here? Um, that even though it is a theater of blood and gore, what kind of preparations do you see that just seem so mundane in comparison?
I think while the theater is closed, they just run some clotheslines through the entryway or through the like audience seating. And so there's just a lot of laundry.
There's a small group of people on stage repainting a flat that fell over and was damaged in the previous night's show.
Someone is someone's washing the windows, the exterior of the windows, getting all the coal soot off of the windows.
There are a couple of small kids who are clearly, kind of theater babies, right? Who are um, just scuttling in between the rows, like reaching their hands down between the seats and stuff like this, looking for any a coin or jewelry or anything that got dropped and missed by the patrons. This is clearly a task they perform daily um, before the new show opens.
Nice. I think as you enter in, I think if as you're watching these small children and then the washing and all this kind of stuff, just before you go into the theater, Dr. Whitford, I think you see a scruffy, somewhat familiar face. You remember looking down at this curious young man who was looking up at you, even though you were trying not to be seen when you were up in the Fig's house. And he's kind of spotted you from like the side of the theater. He kind of like squints at you to like kind of, see if it is you. But maybe you already duck into the theater before he can verify.
So he is outside or inside?
Outside.
I believe the theater is being watched by someone who was watching the Fig's house, Lady Ross-Carter.
Which person? Point them out to me.
If I point them out, they'll know that I've seen them. And I attempt to describe. He's outside. They're outside.
So are we inside now and we're
Mm-hmm.
away from them?
Yep. Yeah, because I mean, like you can see all the hubbub like that's going
Yeah,
on in
okay.
the foyer and such.
Well, if you see them walk in, give me a sign.
What kind of sign would you like, lady?
I'll let you decide. I'm quite swift and I will pick it up if you drop it correctly. So I'm looking around and I'm trying to find, I want to see if I can discover old Obert's name in any programs, or perhaps he's on a poster or that sort of thing? Is there a hall of posters?
There's kind of like painted painted yeah, kind of like painted posters of like what their shows are. You know, like maybe the laboratory of sorry, gotta go into the unscenes because I can't remember. But you know, like some of the shows that they have, like the laboratory of hallucinations or the
Is there a
good for
person
her.
here that works that I can see that works here that I would like? I would like to go peruse their back catalog of playbills.
Like, you know, you see like there's a woman that's dressed all in like gray and black. I mean, she's kind of got like frowsy hair, like her hair is like pinned up in a messy bun, and she's kind of like carrying like maybe some of the laundry, but
Yeah,
that's been
yeah.
taken down.
I think I look for the oldest person that I could see, and I see her, and I say, "Excuse me, miss. I have a question.
Oh yeah, what can I do for you, Mum?
I saw a show here one time. Oh, it was so long ago, I couldn't even imagine. And I'm curious who was playing the parts. Do you have old playbills around?
Oh, y- I think we have some little lists and such. Let me see if we saved anything. Just generally, we try to kind of reuse, you know what I'm saying? Let's see here. And then she goes to behind the counter, like where they would normally greet people that come in, like, you know, ticket taking and all this kind of stuff. And she kind of riffles through this big pile of notices and such. And uh, this is the stack right here, Mum. This is like from the last year or so.
Oh, we may need to go back a little bit further. Do you not have older
Oh,
programs?
well, we reuse shows like often, so I mean, there's really no point in keeping. Uh, to be honest, we reuse the paper for
Yes.
biological
Yep. Yep.
concerns.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Do you happen to remember a young man named Obert?
Oh, but do you have a description, Mum?
Um, yeah. Uh, I'm assuming that we probably know a rough idea of
Jack,
what.
Jack has met him.
So I describe him. Clint doesn't remember that detail, but
Murderous, porcine,
No,
I
he
won't
like
say
he had
warlord.
greasy hair. Definitely homicidal for sure. Serve
Well,
the
yeah,
porcine deity Mog for sure. You know, very homicidal. Um,
filthy, uh,
yeah.
uh, um, blood-soaked.
Oh,
You'd
no,
remember him if you met him.
yeah, just like was definitely a fan. Had a distinct bacon kind of scent to him every so often.
yeah, that tracks. Yeah.
Uh, rather greasy individual, but he's more of a fan.
Oh, he never
Didn't it?
performed here.
No.
Oh,
Was very enthusiastic every time we had the very gory shows
what kind
because
of was his who did he really kind of latch onto? Like, if there was one particular type of part, like, was he more of a leading man person? Was he more into the femme fatale? Was he
oh
a chorus player, perhaps?
oh
Did he like ensemble casts? Was
um
he into tragedies, comedies?
information move please.
Um, what
This would
presents,
be
perhaps?
um
I mean,
you're not
I'm trying to lay down a lot of educated things to push for reason.
yeah, I mean like this would I feel like the way you're questioning her is more reason.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I'll just roll flat with it, unless I have a condition that you think will.
let's see. Give me a second. Just want to go
Yeah.
into that. Um,
I have credit where credit's due. and most beloved.
I think most beloved will make you more obvious, because then somebody might get suspicious why you're on their track, right? So yeah, disadvantage for that.
Okay. I think as she had started to complain about the stench of Obert and his greasiness, I start to say, oh, well, one way to get rid of a stench is to light candles. And I start to talk about how I have this one candle, and I talk, I kind of describe, I don't have the candle on me or else I would give it to her, but
Oh no.
I describe this candle and how it tends. So if you ever have a youngin that shows up that is just reeking, light a candle.
Well, thank you for the advice, Mum. That sounds very, very easy and interesting to do. And then, go ahead and roll.
So just 2 now, no advantage, plus 2 with reason, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Boop. Oh no.
Holy crap! Whoa.
I'm
amazing.
glad I took that advantage.
Oh my god. Poor. Oh boy.
Can't do much when you roll snake eyes.
Holy crap. Sorry. I always enjoy these.
I mean, my internet hasn't gone out on me tonight, so I guess a bad roll would be.
Yeah. You're about due for something bad to happen to you. I'm so sorry, Lady Ross-Carter.
It's all good.
Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna move over to Dr. Whitford. I gotta think about this for half a sec. Dr. Whitford, what are you doing?
I am attempting to get the attention of one of the children fishing for things in the seats.
How?
I think I'll just whistle and hold up a coin.
Okay. You're gonna have more than one. You're gonna have probably about 3.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all looking at you very curiously, and looking at the coin in your hand.
Right.
Yes.
Shiny. Me.
Indeed. How old are these children, roughly?
Like anywhere between 6 and 9.
Okay. I will say there's this and more. If anyone has found anything, no. I don't know if I want to find out what they've been fishing out of the seats or go see if they can see the boy. I'm going to split them up. Okay. I'm going to describe a boy outside. I want to know if he's still there, but I don't want you to get seen. Which one of you feels like you can do that the best?
Oh, you want me to sneak?
Sneak. Don't worry, I have tasks for all of you.
Okay.
Who's the best sneaker?
Me.
It's like it's a little guy who has hair in his face, and then he'll
Okay. I'll describe the person that I want to know if he's still outside and say, when you come back and tell me, I will give you this coin.
Yes.
2 of you, what have you found in the seats lately, and is it worth this much? And I assume this will get me to show me their treasures, which are probably not worth this much.
Okay.
I will buy the 2 best treasures.
Ooh. All right. So go ahead and make a information move. Bribery. What's bribery fall under? I don't know. Presents, because you're trying to bribe them with coin. But yeah, I mean, makes sense to me.
Let's see. Works for me.
And you have no conditions, so you're good.
Yes.
I really got to put the screws to Dr. Whitford and Jack. I don't know why you guys have no conditions.
Well, let's see. Maybe you can give me one now. 6.
God, you guys are making my life so happy. I gotta. All right. Damn. I gotta go back to.
I'm gonna let it ride.
You can decide after she tells you.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, oh man, do I just deal with this or do I go over to Jack and Larrabee? You know what, I'm going to deal with this. All right, so go back to Lady Ross-Carter.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think as you are like trying to get a handle on like, what kind of
Theater
shows people that Obert's really into and such, I think, your the person you're speaking to gets called away. I mean, like, something has happened, like, in one of the other rooms or something like that. It's like, there's like some kind of missing or whatever, or like maybe the flat, like, that they were
Something catches on
repainting
fire.
fell. Something catching on fire, like, broke, something, like, so she's got to rush off. It's like, pardon me, miss, I'm so sorry. I've got to go and take care of this before tonight. And then, like, she rushes off. There's nobody else here. And you're perusing the doodads, the flyers. And I think there is a shadow that falls across the flyers as you're looking. And you hear, even before you look up, so I hear someone is curious about what I am interested in. There are only two states of being: a piglet suckling at the teat of moch, swollen and happy, or food for the trough. Which will you be today, I wonder? And you look into the greasy-haired visage of Obert Fig as he's smiling at you with a too wide smile, and he lifts a hand that has a very sharp-looking knife. And he wields it quicker than you can react, and there might be a very wide red smile blooming at Lady Ross-Carter's neck as she falls to the ground in a pool of not fake blood.
I'm going to put on a mask.
Okay. That's a 7 to 9.
Getting a mask of the past.
Okay. Let me give you a clue before I head over back to Dr. Whitford and deal with that. Sorry.
No, you're not.
Don't call Dr. Wilford that.
Alrighty. So let's see what I got so far for the fix. Conversation partner does not leave. And she's just kind of like, as she's going through the things and then showing you all the different little playbills, she's like trying to recall. Obert. I think I've seen him. He's always stayed in the one box. A regular. Really likes to watch our things. And I think no matter what show that he's attended, every single time the ushers have gone into the box, at the end of the show, they always find somehow, some way, a collection of some footwear and hosiery in the box. Clean. Well maintained. Arranged. And not just for him, perhaps, not just for a man, but also I think I've seen some women's garb in there too. I'm hoping that they haven't tried to do anything
untoward, but then again, some people really do get excited when they see our shows, so who's to say?
So that's the clue. A collection of elegant footwear and hosiery for both men and women, cleaned and well maintained, neatly
Excellent.
arranged.
Now,
go.
just for clarity, I know we answered the question about La Hortensia. Did we resolve it?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
kind of. Basically, since
Okay.
it was a 14, it's like you didn't even really need to do
Sure.
anything for it. Just a
Okay.
quick
I
narration.
just want to make
and-
sure because yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we kind of hand waved. We found her when
Right,
we
right.
talked. We talked her into turning herself into Scotland Yard.
Yeah. And I'll do the complication after I come back to you after Jack and Larrabee. Dr. Whitford, now I'm on the 6th. Oh boy. You send off the kids to do, or at least the one kid to go check out the the child outside, and then the other two are, you're asking them what kind of treasures that they've found in the seats.
We have to go and pull out our box of treasures, Mum. Can you wait here for a minute? We'll come be right back.
And then so they leave, and then you realize it's like, the people that were working on the flat have like gone backstage. Like the people that were taking out the laundry have already taken out the laundry, and then are moving it someplace else. And somehow you're left alone in the audience part of the theater. And where you were talking to them is like in a particularly dark part of the theater. And what little light there is has gone out. And perhaps there is the sound that steel or metal makes when it draws across wood. Very distinct. And you hear that as a voice nears you and says, "Will you join me at the breast of the great he-sow? Or shall we grind up your blood and bones for the slop?" You see the picket fence of teeth, rather yellowed, looking at you from the dark, before you see the glint of something shiny and metal and sharp, before you feel a stabbing pain in your chest.
Wasn't much of a choice he offered me. I will put on a mask.
729. That does not happen. And let's see, what do the kids tell you or give you? I think they will both start to search in their pockets, like grubby pockets, or one is a girl and the other one's a little boy. The boy digs into his grubby pockets. The girl has a kind of smudged apron, and both of them dig into what pockets that they have, and both come up collectively with a very large collection of torn opera tickets.
It's here. This is what we were finding. It's weird because these aren't from this isn't from our theater. This is from opera. We don't know why.
Have you been finding them all over the theater?
No. Well, in some places, yeah. But, I mean, a lot of it is on the box up there.
And the little boy will point at a box, like kind of balcony level, looking down upon the stage. And that's what you find, or that's what they found.
Excellent.
A very large collection of torn opera tickets. And then I think at the window, you see the one little boy kind of like tap really quickly, and then like and then like he kind of zips back in. It's like, I saw him, I saw him, I saw him going. And that's
Good
where we
job.
cut. That's where we cut over to Jack and Larrabee. Jack, you got the address in Chelsea. Larrabee, that you got a handle on some of these guys having hidden pockets. So, do you want to do anything further here? Oh yeah, Jack, you did see D.I. Pettigrew reading around in the back.
Yeah, I think we left it with Jack and Jack and Rose moving like moving in toward DI Pettigrew from
Sure.
different directions.
Sort
Okay.
of a pincer movement. Yeah.
All right. And then I think by the time you guys get to him, he's basically like alternately peeking in the back towards the big meeting, and then also rooting around in what looks like you know, what is it, like those old leather portfolios with a bunch of ledgers and stuff in them and
Yeah,
everything.
sure.
Like he's been like kind of flipping through them and stuff, but trying to be very sneaky about it. Successful, maybe not. So yeah, that's what you see him doing as you make your way towards him. Sneaky yourselves.
Yeah, I'll just kind of come around, kind of sort of come up behind him and lean in and say, "Hello, sailor."
Hey,
And
you
from the
Jack.
and from the other direction, like Rose approaches and says, "Detective Inspector, fancy meeting you here."
We did. Let's keep the titles sotto voce here, please.
You're going to blow my cover.
You were doing a fairly good job of it yourself.
What do you mean? I've been back here trying to investigate.
You have been raising quite a ruckus with the local ghosts who came to tell me that they wanted to make sure that I kept you away from, where their resting places are.
What? What do you mean ghosts? Oh, is this Hargrave House
Oh,
business?
oh,
Why do you think we're here? Why do you think we're here, sir?
and I place a hand on his shoulder and I lean in and I say, a ghost is a manifestation of a person's spirit
And he
after
just kind of
they've died.
like waves in your face.
I know what a ghost is. Goodness oh gracious, man. But so, did they say exactly what I'm disturbing? I mean, is there a graveyard here? Should I be bringing men in to dig something up?
I think that would be a bad. I think that'd be a
No,
bad idea, sir.
no. So metaphorically speaking, this entire metropolis is a graveyard on top of a graveyard on top of a graveyard. No matter where you tread, there are going to be bones beneath your feet. But these specific bones are of interest to the former workers in this place, and so we're going to just move in that direction. I say, point, kind of indicating away from where the ghost pointed to me, and perhaps we can bring each other up to speed on our respective cases that we are working on. Perhaps if you were to scratch our back, we could scratch yours.
I don't know anything about scratching backs, but I do know about trying to find out about some kind of smuggling ring. What the devil is your business here?
Well, there may be some connection to the smuggling. We are looking for an American of simian stature and extremely disagreeable disposition, who actually murdered me yesterday, who is
What?
looking to do the same to Ms. Oh, don't, it didn't take. Looking to do the same,
Obviously.
looking
I
to
mean,
do the
frankly,
same.
to be honest, Jack, you weren't the first person that he attempted to that Mr. Winslow Taggart, Mr. Winslow Taggart, um, of where would he be from? Where's a good out of character? What's a good city for a Pinkerton to be from?
St.
Chicago.
Louis.
He's from St. Louis. I like that even better. Mr. Winslow Taggard originally, a certain Mr. Winslow Taggard of St. Louis, Missouri.
You would say it as St. Louis, probably. That's.
I mean, unless he's done something particularly, well, egregious, I can arrest him for. I mean,
I just told you he murdered me.
you're better, and you're alive and breathing right now. I can't exactly arrest him for that now.
Attempted murder, assault at the very least.
And he's clearly up to something.
Skullduggery.
I think he's smuggling something. He just came here. He ostensibly came here looking for me, and I think he had other business here in London.
All right.
Knowing the sorts of things that he is up to, it ain't good.
All right, fine. Have we cleared the area that your friends need me to leave?
Should we maybe go to some place where we could speak a little more freely?
Good idea.
Yes, I'm parched.
I'm always parched.
I'm not paying.
Nobody suggested that you should. Trust me, I know what a constable's wage is, and we would never expect such a thing. And I pat him on the back.
He looks as if he's like kind of frustrated with you, but he kind of like has a lopsided smile as if I deal with you. I don't know why, but I do. Yeah. So, and then he'll kind of go wherever you decide to go for an ale.
Yeah, I think we'll then go to I think we'll just go to a nearby pub.
Yeah, nearby watering hole for sure. Okay, watering hole. Okay. So,
a dockside bucket of blood. Yeah.
God. All right.
The chum bucket.
No. No. Goodness. Let's see.
I was really at a bar recently that was called the Rejects Beer Company, but it was named after the nearby beach called Rejects Beach by the locals because it was the only publicly accessible beach in Newport, Rhode Island.
Oh my gosh.
All the rest are members only.
Oh my gosh. Alrighty. So let's see. Let's take a look at this here. So Lady Ross-Carter got a clue. Mask of the Past. All right. So 7 to 9. Both of you got a 7 to 9. Complicate your lives or condition.
Weren't you the one just saying, like, less than half an hour ago? I need to figure out how to give you guys conditions?
Yeah. Well, Dr. Whitford especially, but I mean, like, poor Lady Ross-Carter, like, keeps on gaining them, and it's like, I'm so sorry.
I am all about some complications right now.
I'm wanting to complicate Lady Ross-Carter's life, and then I got to give Dr. Whitford.
One might say Lady Ross-Carter keeps inviting them.
True. Very true.
Not wrong.
Not wrong at all. Goodness. All right. So let's see. Dr. Whitford. The little kid has seen the other child. And then like he'll just kind of like hold his nose and just be like, "What are we for him, Mom? He's just so like smell him from yards off. Just incredibly. Oh, I mean, we have some chemicals that we use for the effects, but none smell as bad as all that. Oh. Did you want me to do anything else, Mom? Coin. You're on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did he smell of something particular? Or just bad?
Bad? bad, Mum. Didn't even have to go across the street. Could smell him.
But you knew it was him and not something else outside.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Very small coin, equivalent to the very small coin I paid each of those children for their best opera ticket.
Yes. And I think as you pay the little kids the coins, I think if you look through the window, you will see that other child like looking directly at you, from across the way. The expression on his face is, you're not sure exactly what it is. Curiosity, like a little bit of recognition because he knows that you were at the figs. But yeah, I mean, like there's another expression on his face that you can't quite place. But he is staring straight at you as if he can see you through the window. How does that make you feel, knowing that you're kind of being stalked?
I don't think I have a concern stronger than perplexed. Like, there's enough active threats that a passive threat sort of falls down the list. So I am not sure. He goes on the list, but he's not on the top of the list of things I'm worried about.
Perplexed is your condition. Okay. And then Lady Ross-Carter. Yeah, Lady Ross-Carter, what do you do after you find out that, that's what was found in the box? The footwear, the hosiery, that sort of thing.
Are those things still in the box?
No, Mum. We've been taking them out and then putting them in a lost and found. And then sometimes it's like if they've stayed for quite a while, then of course we recycle them.
Well, I was going to take some of them, for bait.
Oh, bait?
Oh, I don't think I'm telling this to the person. I thought she disappeared on me.
Oh no. That was earlier when you got the fork.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, she was the one that told you about the collection of elegant footwear and hosiery. So
none of that's still around.
No.
Okay. Then I've got nothing left to say to her.
Okay. Do you take leave of her? Do you try to go look somewhere else on the theater or look for Dr.
No, I think
Whitford?
I'm done here. I think I'm done here.
Got it.
We did what I was hoping to do, get a couple more clues for this so we can really
You
nail
can
that.
see Dr. Whitford sort of trying to shoo children.
I think I look into the main theater and I kind of shake my head as another piece of the set falls apart.
Yeah, sure, why not? I think as you are like maybe looking into the main theater and then you're looking towards Dr. Whitford, I think maybe that, you hear a creak above and there's a piece of the piece of the archway that looks like it's about ready to give way.
The crown molding gives way.
Crown molding gives way. Yeah. That's a day move for you.
Oh.
As a complication. So
yeah, I think I see some of this start to fall on me. Is that what you're implying?
yes.
I'm going to try to. Hopefully, the calisthenics have worked, and I can move quickly out from the larger pieces of it.
Okay. Fair enough.
And my vitality being 0.
Okay.
Hopes are high.
But since you did bring that up, I'm going to give you advantage.
Excellent, thank you. 3d6 plus 0. I got an 8.
Oh wait, 3d6. That'd be 2 highest, so that would be.
Oh, that's
10.
true. Highest, yeah, 10. Delightful. Thank you for catching that.
10.
I was thinking I was at disadvantage.
Oh, I forgot to say what could go wrong. Oh, it's okay. I think we
I
know
would
what
have
would go
gotten
wrong.
dirty. That's what would have. No.
No. Much worse. But anyway. Yeah, so just say how the the exercise has helped you out here as the crown molding looks like, like it creaks, and it looks like, part of it like starts to shear away and then starts to fall, and these look like really sharp shards.
So,
But
so I think how I'm able to do this is I notice there's a little tickle in my eye and in my nose, and I'm like, what? And I look up, and some of the dust
mhm.
has fallen before the big thing. And I look up, and I'm like, oh, it's dust. And right as that happens, I take a step back as the big clump of it just falls right in front of me.
Mhm.
And I'm like, well, that was lucky.
Yeah, exactly. But I think as you see this, I think as you see the crown molding, like, fall to the ground, you take a closer look at it and you realize it's been cut deliberately so it would fall. So,
Hmm. Interesting.
yep. And yeah. And Dr. Whitford, like, maybe this is the point where you have come up with that perplexed look on your face, and then we'll, do you tell Lady Ross-Carter that you see the kid?
Yes, I do.
Doctor, I believe it's time that we wrap up this show, if you will.
An excellent plan, Lady Ross-Carter. Shall we?
Take a bow.
All right. What do we see, real quick, what do we see Jack and Larrabee doing with D.I. Pettigrew at the local watering hole?
I mean, I think we have some drinks, we compare notes, and then, as the, whatever, as they, the, the, the evening crowd starts to shuffle in and they start to light up the gas lamps, we're gonna, head to Chelsea by night, I think, right?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
figuring.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll compare notes with Pettigrew, bring him up to speed as to where we are, because he brought us in for the um Figs Pigs, so we'll bring him up to speed there. But also we're gonna ask him what he knows. I'm gonna share what I know about Taggard and what I suspect he might be up to, and I'm certain he's smuggling something.
And I'm going to use this narrative opportunity to invoke once per threat. You can ask for scene with your ancestor,
Sure.
or your descendant rather. Sorry, I'm his ancestor. He's my descendant. To discover a clue related to the current threat.
Okay.
And this feels like a great thing for us to, tell him,
Okay.
and then he'll give us something that we can use to work with.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. All right. So basically, we're going for the Pinkerton here.
And I'm gonna put down
Oh,
Pinkerton
come on.
as I've used that consultation for that particular threat.
So basically, he's sharing what he knows about this possible connection. Okay. So let me see.
Yep. And he and I are both just sloppily
Yeah.
splashing our chips into the vinegar and stuff like this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, maybe you even both got it, like the specialty pot pie, or a mince pie,
yeah, sure.
meat pie that they have in this.
Well, it would be a fish pie because it's here
Fish
at
pie,
the
that's
we're
right.
down on the waterfront. Yeah.
Or even eel pie. Eel pie would
Yep.
be really
Ooh,
good
yeah.
down here. Yeah. And I think Larrabee, as I'm searching for a clue, I think you're highly amused because as you lean back in your chair, you're watching them almost mirror each other with how they're eating. They're both eating the same way, but just mirrors of each other. And I don't think they're realizing it at all.
I love it.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely hilarious. Oh my god. Okay, sorry.
We do a lot of talking around mouthfuls of food, I
Yes,
think, is a
yes.
thing that happens. Yes,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Oh my God,
Mhm,
just
yeah.
amazing. That's so funny. All right, I think.
And
Okay,
even though she at least alleges to be from the Wild West, Rose is actually not appreciating the fact that these two guys do not have particularly
Splash zone.
yes,
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
ooh.
She's like pushed her chair like back from the table a bit, and
Maybe you've taken like an actual napkin and kind of like used it as a shield, kind of. For sure. Yeah, I think as you're talking with him and like, stuffing your faces full of eel pie, I think one of the things that like he relates to you both is that some of the notes that he's drummed up from some of his constables are stories of this particular individual, especially because of their contacts in the underbelly. They're gonna say that Taggard has been storied to meet regularly with the prostitutes. Has been meeting regularly with the prostitutes, but not meeting them for sex. That is the clue. It's been a strange thing. And you would think that someone of such a dubious reputation would be taking his pleasure while he's here, but
I mean, unless he's
that's not it.
Unless he's their pimp.
I don't know, Taggart. That probably isn't his line of business. He's more in it for the money. Plus, he just got here.
Exactly. I mean, I can't imagine like him being able to create such an organization like in such a short period of time. I don't care how connected he might be.
Nah, he's playing some other angle.
Exactly.
He's playing some other angle. I think he's either smuggling something in from the States, or he's smuggling something to the States from here. That's my guess. You said that you were investigating a smuggling ring, and
it may or may not be connected. I'm just surprised that I saw you in the same place that I'm researching. If we can keep each other apprised of any new developments, that would be greatly appreciated.
Absolutely. You should accompany us to Chelsea.
Chelsea, is there something happening?
That's where. Sorry. As a player, didn't we get told that's where he's going, or
no? The ghost told you about Chelsea.
The ghost told you about the warehouse in Chelsea. So I guess we could have shared that information when we were comparing notes about Taggard.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
like, so.
Yeah.
Retcon that,
we didn't necessarily say that a ghost told us, but we could say that we did say that we have an address of interest.
Okay, yeah,
we have it on good authority.
Always. Yep. Can't reveal sources for sure.
Yeah.
And then then I would imagine that I should accompany you and to investigate further, just in case it has something to do with my particular case.
And in case it has something to do with ours, you're really going to want us along.
Certainly. Stuffing his face even more, for sure. All right. So given that, that's where we're going to close out day phase for right now. So let's go into dusk. Sorry, as I switch over. Oh, we know what this means. Hold on. Let's see. Let me go to the new rules. Sorry, I can't go by the keeper at the moment. Okay, players may attempt to answer a question if they've collected enough clues and wish to do so. Which question would you like to answer, if any?
So I would like to throw out that if we happen to answer multiple questions, we could solve two things at once using my fancy cab driver. Just throwing
that's
an
interesting. Oh wow, okay.
Now it's not always beneficial XP wise to do that both, but
I was going to point that out. that is. Yeah.
That's true, because you only get credit for answering the question once. So it's kind of like, that sucks. Um, yeah. So that again, it's a pick and choose, or you could do it and then just do 2 night phases. Oh boy. It's really up to you. I mean, the other
I'd
group
like
asked
to
about
close
it.
out Figs.
Yeah, the other group asked about it, and I said the thing says attempt to answer a question, one question. But I mean, if you really want to answer more than one, feel free. But the XP only covers the one.
I mean,
one question per
I
cycle.
we only have the clues to tackle the Figs Pigs one.
Okay.
I mean, we've got 7 on the Pinkerton out of 6, right? I'd like to get 1 or 2 more.
No. We've got 7 on a 4.
I thought the Pinkerton was a 6.
Nope. 4.
Showing
okay.
a 6. So we've got 7. We've got 7 on the Pinkerton, which is only a 4. So we'd be rolling
Okay.
+3 there. We've
Yeah.
got 1.
We have 7 on a 4 on the.
We got 7 on a 4 for Azure Eyes, and we've got
4 out of 2.
We've got 4 on 2 for Figs Pigs.
5 on 2.
Sure. So here's
5 on 2.
So if we can only answer one question, then we just decide which one we want.
Yep.
If we can answer more than one question, we can answer the questions, but we don't have to, like, all that does is make the opportunity available. It doesn't mean we have to pursue it immediately. It just essentially unlocks it. So we can do it,
True.
do it
That's
later.
very true. So.
But like, I feel like we've been focusing on Figs Pigs and the Pinkerton. So those are the 2 that I like. That are like front of mind for me.
Yeah, I would agree. Those are the ones that we were really chasing after in this session.
Okay. So, which one do you want to answer?
Kim, you had started to speak up about being interested.
Figs Pigs. I don't really want any more Figs Pigs story, and I'm more interested in the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
I'm good with that too. That one's been hanging out the longest. So yeah, let's maybe
knock it out.
Wrap that one up.
Let's wrap that one up. I think Obert likes tenors and sopranos, and here's why.
Okay.
The mice skeletons and the velvet, so the mice are small animals, which those singers tend to be more petite and higher pitched. The velvet cushions led us to their theater. Again, sort of similar to the mice, the collection of the skeletal hands, each smaller than the next, being like generally smaller singers. I haven't quite worked out the other 2 yet, so if anyone cares to continue this idea, or
Torn Opera tickets, that's how he stalks his victims. He goes to the opera to see who he should go after.
Okay.
And I kind of like the idea that the elegant footwear and hosiery is his like one concession to like dressing up for the theater.
Ooh.
Because otherwise he would be clomping in like, disgusting blood and viscera covered, clod hopping boots. But, all he needs to do to feel like he fits in is like pull on a stocking and put one of those shoes on. And then, he's ready for the opera and doesn't worry that his hair is greasy. He's got, it's like his affectation for feeling like he fits in there.
So those are his clothes. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Or he's expanded it, like this is how he thinks fancy people are, and so if he's focused on his own shoes, he's also taking them from others, or
or collecting them from his victims as well.
Ooh, yeah, I was gonna say that sounds to me like a collection.
Trophies.
Trophies.
Yep.
I like that. Yeah.
He's got the trophies, but he likes to wear the ones that actually fit.
Yep.
Yeah.
He returns the ones he doesn't.
Yeah. Or leaves them in convenient places so like it doesn't get necessarily traced back to him, kind of thing. So I mean, that conceivably uses all 5 clues, so you would be rolling with a +3. Who would be rolling? It could be one person rolling 2 dice, or
it's Clint's theory.
Split.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
+3.
Yep.
Here we go. No whammies. 15.
Wow.
That
Yep.
the opposite to your earlier box cards. You got or snake eyes. You got box
I don't
cards
think
here.
I've ever rolled that high on anything.
That's beautiful. All right, so you are so totally right. I mean, duh. So that's great. Yeah, on a 15, I mean, you just have to
I
figure
mean,
out
that is literally as high as you can roll in this game. So
pretty much. So you could just decide like how you want to do it. I mean, conceivably, you have narrative control. You could even, again, just narrate like how you succeed.
It has to be during the night phase, right?
Yeah, night phase.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Cool.
It was just a dramatic pause. I thought you were waiting
bank
for
that for
someone.
next
Sorry.
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Resolve any playbook moves or special moves that are resolved during the dusk phase.
oh yeah, I got one of those. Let me pull up my sheet.
Composure or
Yeah.
sensitivity.
So yeah, the quickening. I'm gonna roll with sensitivity because it's mechanically better. I do have the I am bumping this up to the next tier because I rolled well on the Cruelest of Harlot's Curse last session.
Mhm.
So I'm rolling 2 die plus 2, and let's see what we get. I rolled a 9 on the dice with Cruelest of the Harlot's Curse. That's going to bump it up to a 10 plus.
All right, on a 10 plus.
On a 10 plus, your body is stronger and faster, and you manage to keep the quickening in check. You roll with advantage when taking actions that use vitality until the next dawn phase.
Okay. Alrighty. Cool. So, whatever you decide to do, then it could be dangerous if you want. But again, you have narrative control over the overt resolution, so you guys would just decide how you want to handle that in the night phase. Okay. And then Doc, let's see. Oh, let's go to the Explorer. Do you want to use the Royal Explorers Club Rear Admiral Alfred Bingley Green and his armory?
I don't think we need him for this.
Okay, that's fine.
Considering we rolled a 15. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, and the Mother. Resurrectionists choose 2 options for the grave robbers to pursue. What would you like to do?
Hearts and subtlety, I think. So a bit of a child and no attention.
All right, and that part will come up in the dawn. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Now, are you going to have... So, even the Doc's resurrectionist, because no trouble and it's just a body part that she ends up getting by dawn phase, yeah? You could conceivably just do another Hargrave House night phase because it's not dangerous, because you rolled so well. Or you could have a London night phase and do shit and have an unseen.
Well, I think we would have to go out in London to resolve that threat either way. Even if we do it just through narration, right?
Well,
I
think Mad specifically just said that she would let us resolve it
Sorry, I missed that.
narratively because we got the 12 plus roll.
Yeah.
That she would let us resolve it narratively even if we did a Hargrave House night scene. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So, I mean, like, basically would be kind of like that kind of transition in, like,
Yeah.
between dusk and night, you would get it done because you did so well, right? And then the Hargrave House night phase would be gravy. So, yeah, I mean, like, you can decide freely what you want to do.
And that'd be so I kind of like that idea because otherwise we're kind of flailing around on a couple of threats that we've already got with +3 on both of them. At least to answer to unlock what we need to do to resolve it.
Mhm.
And at the end of this night phase, when we get a new dawn phase, that will unlock a new threat that will get laid down that we can then do some investigation on, and and we'll have those other two in the bank.
Okay. So Hargrave House night phase then, and then you can narrate how you solve the Obert thing. You can even discuss that in the beginning of next session for sure.
Okay.
Or even do that offline, and then we just
Yeah.
you do the narration between all of you in the beginning of next session. Okay.
That works.
Yeah. All right. So Hargrave House night phase. You know what? I'll pick the room next time because I don't want to keep you guys too long. So let's go ahead and run right into Stars and Wishes. All right. So pick a room. Pick a room.
And if that's the thing, if you can let us know online a couple days before so that we can write some stuff up if we
Absolutely
are
That'd be
so
cool.
inclined. Yeah.
So yeah, stars and wishes. Stars are things that you liked about the session, gameplay, roleplay each other, and wishes are what you'd like to see for next time or the future for your characters. Have at it. Yeah, we can start from left to right on the character. You know what? No, let's go in reverse. Jim, go ahead and start. We'll go from Jack and go.
Yeah, sure. Kim just let us off with an amazing a surgical, if you will, description of destroying a rival. That was really
nice.
really super super cool, Kim. That was especially kind of the way that it played backwards like that. You did the kind of flashback and then to the, how did we get here? Well, let me tell you, and just really really well constructed. I really really enjoyed that immensely. So that was excellent. Mike, I like your description of kind of how even though like you're not getting the mechanical benefit necessarily of the quickening, you're still describing narratively how it's still kind of there, and like it's a thing that it's not just a like on off switch. It like rises and fades and rises again and stuff like that, and that kind of cyclic nature of it you're starting to actually kind of hit narratively, and we're starting to understand what it means to Rose to live this way and stuff like that. And it was neat to get a little picture of that this evening. I really like that that we got some insight into that. Clint, Lady Ross-Carter's enthusiasm at the gym. She is just her delight in her atavism is continues to be a wonderful feature of her, and it's neat because she's got the enthusiasm is like not quite hedonistic, but there's definitely she clearly takes some pleasure in it, but like somehow it's not prurient, it's not like it's just she seems to have like you're getting across it's like a genuine thing that just gives her joy, which is really delightful and can be a little bit of a hard line to walk without turning it into, it's fun and it's amusing without being comedy or like comic relief. Like she's not pathetic in her, like this old lady that's like leching over these young lads and stuff. Just I'm really liking the way that you are walking the line with her and getting that part of her personality across, and that also lets us understand why she was able to succeed in that very masculine world of that explorers club and doing the exploring and all that kind of stuff. And just really neat to see that kind of that kind of picture of her being revealed as we go along. Mads, there was a thing that you do on the regular, but that I did just want to call out, which is when a situation calls upon you to like inflict a condition on us, you almost always say, here's what's going on. How do you feel about that? Which is a really good way to do that for a couple of reasons. One is because it lets the player like dial into exactly what they feel about what's going on. It would have been very easy for you when Kim was being stalked to say, you're afraid or whatever. But Dr. Whitford, like but then Kim was like, with all the crap I got going on, this is like just a minor thing, but it is a thing that's going to occupy your thinking somehow. So how is it going to occupy your thinking? I really like that you didn't impose that, but you asked, and you do that on the regular Ask Us. And the other thing that's great about that is that I have found as a GM that if you ask the players, they will always come up with something, especially like story game nerds like us, so much worse than anything, more interesting than anything you could have just come up with on the fly, because they've been sitting there thinking about, oh, it would really suck for my character. Like they've been thinking about that for the last 2 hours. And then when you say, what would really suck for your character? Like, then boom, that can come out. And so I've really been enjoying that you've been letting us do that as we've been going along here. Wishes, I maintain my wish for a meet cute between Jack and Lady Pemberton Potts. We have not had the chance to whatever, share a carriage or a or a high tea together yet. And I'm quite looking forward to that. And also for Jack and Jack and Rose to just get in a Donnybrook, like a good old fashioned knockdown, slugfest, lead flying, people getting hit over the head with bar stools kind of a situation. So I feel like we may be setting that up with the Pinkerton, and I'm looking forward to it.
Stars. Jim, I feel like you get a star every time you do this, but you always use old bones really, really well. And it's a joy to watch every time. Rose, your sort of sense of costume, like this and the last video, which I watched, and talking about like what you're wearing when, and I'm not going to wear my hat to the opera, and I'm wearing my fancy dress duster because I'm going to be recognized, but also I think that's really nuanced, I guess. Let's go for new. Clint, the line, I'm quite swift. I'll pick it up if you drop it correctly. And like just putting that on, like, if I miss it, it's 100% your fault. I thought was a really like, I don't know, precise way to convey Lady Ross-Carter's self-confidence, I guess. Mads, just your deep amusement at low rolls is always so gratifying. Your Obert voice, like all of your other big voices, absolutely terrifying. Oh, late start to the buddy cop, Lady Ross-Carter and Jack last session. That was amazing. I don't know. I feel like Jack is just kind of pairing on buddy cop throughout the cast of characters. Sort of general star, like everyone was just really cool and not anxiety inducing about all of the sort of rolling technical issues. And I really appreciated that vibe. Wishes, still more of everyone's backstory, still more corpses, more awkward flirting with Jack. And I, at some point, want to use the library move. Like, I'm really curious about the Hargrave House move. So I think that's it. Oh, no, tea. I do want tea. And ideally, at least with Jack, if not everyone else. I'm not sure how many people could go to tea and it still be funny, but I want tea.
Excellent. I'll go. I too was eyeing the library move a couple of times tonight, so I'm excited about that one as well. I'll do mine quick. This was a fun night, and we persevered through all technical issues and dropouts and all the things. So that's my star for everyone for persevering. My wish. Uh, I too want to like get into more of these backstories, and Jim, we can meet up with the mastermind together. I have ways of coaxing her out. Um, yeah, those are my big ones.
Cool. Yeah, let's see. First star to Kim and Clint for that vulnerable move scene at the gym that we kicked off with. That was that was just some great character moments. Just got a really vivid picture of like how this is playing out. Um, how you just kind of leaned into testing this new trainer that was just here, and also started Mads for playing this character. Yeah, I just thought it was a really great scene. Really a lot of fun. Um, Also, additional stars to both of you as well for your mask narrations. They were both great. Um, Especially the surgery one from Kim. That was phenomenal. I really loved that. Um, um, Star to Jim for the whole for like teaming up with Rose and like going out and for the interaction with Pettigrew. That was great. I thought that was I love your new move that you just took. That was really cool, really fun. I see a lot of role play potential there, which is awesome. And I do want to echo Kim that like how you just like naturally were talking to this ghost in the old Bones move. That was just phenomenal. And I do have to echo Kim's star on that. That every time you do the old Bones move, it's just phenomenal. Love that. As for wishes, yeah, I also want to see people's backstories. And yeah. Oh yeah, another one is I want to echo Jim's like I'm hoping that the two of us are going to be able to like, you know, have a knockdown drag out fight with Taggart when it's time to resolve that threat. That just seems like that seems pretty inevitable.
Okay, I'm trying to make mine quick since you mentioned a lot of things that were awesome. I might repeat, so I apologize. For Lady Ross-Carter, just that lore drop with the mask in the very beginning. Aunt Callista is creepy, mysterious, and it's like, what's the hell with this brass key thing? I mean, I'm already in it for the mystery, and I'm like, will we
That's a
ever find
gift for
out?
you, Mads. That's a gift for you.
Oh, goody. Can't wait. All right. Awesome.
Okay, cool. And then star to Kim for the most of my lifting is dead bodies. I was like, okay, instant star for that line. Damn it, amazing. Um, the Jack for the new move, and then using DI Pettigrew. I wasn't sure where you're gonna go with that, like who are you gonna pick as your descendant, but I mean, like I think that's absolutely delicious that it was Pettigrew, and then just the ability to bring in that scene where you're both eating eel pie very messily and then just like sitting with Rose and she's trying to like avoid getting splash off. Oh my gosh. That was amazing. And then for Rose, like Rose Larrabee, yeah, I mean again just trying to be unapologetic for, you know, who she is, but also knowing that there is a time and a place, and like if you're trying to investigate rather stealthily, like maybe you don't want to be quite so obvious like right at the get. And yeah, I mean like just the scenes with Jack were just fun. And I love these different team ups when they happen. So Lady Ross-Carter with Dr. Whitford, Jack and Larrabee, it's like so much fun. And then when you guys swap off and then we see the different combinations again, it's always great to see. I do agree. I would love to see more backstory, like to see more of, um, masks and stuff. But again, I have to try and make it more dangerous for you, and then like complicate your lives a lot. So we'll see how this goes. And yeah, I mean, I'm trying to include a bunch of different things, and it's hard because I think I'm treating your group a little bit differently than the other group. In how the mastermind and her wards work. So, just again, since this is a play test for each of you, it's like I'm trying it out in different ways. So I
Yeah, I was going to
appreciate you
say
guys.
that's the fun part of a playtest is that you get the opportunity to do that. So yeah.
Yeah, so I appreciate you guys like being patient with me and then like letting me like try to run her the way I see that it seems to be working with your particular group, because I think I'm trying to give options like in the copy itself, but I think yeah, it's just going to be in particular for whatever table meets her, and I just have to figure out how I want to convey that when I do the full revised version. So yeah, I mean, just more of the same. Wishes to just like see how this develops, and yeah, I mean, like I want to try to have you guys over for tea, and see what the shootout looks like. I mean, if you guys get the mixed result, then yeah, there's going to be some opportunity for a shootout. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to have to try to throw more corpses at the doctor. So we'll see how this goes. And as for any room moves or whatever that you get from a Hargrave House thing, then, I mean, like, if you want to do it, I don't think you have to wait for another night. You can do it at any point. You just have to tell me this is what you want to do. And then, we can go ahead and explore that. So please, I mean, like, feel free. Let me know if there's something that you're trying to aim for, and we'll go for it. Okay? Yeah, and with that, I'm not going to keep you any longer. You guys have a wonderful week. Happy gaming to you all, and I will see you next time. All right? Thank you so much.